progress to the next round of the League Cup, EFL League Cup, that will obviously see them get into the quarterfinals or get knocked out, and Brighton goes ahead to obviously progress. Welcome to our channel. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really doing fine. You understand? Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. You understand? And we're here to let you know that it's already one of those moments that we have to obviously come in through and see what you people have to say about this perfect situation that the manager of Arsenal is going to hate to set at Arsenal, to an extent that every Arsenal fan is very eager to see Arsenal competing for 4 trophies this season. You understand? And that doesn't come by coincidence. It comes because of what the manager of Arsenal is going to hate to do in the recent past. If you've been following this channel for the past 3-4 years, we've been telling you how Arteta is transforming the club of Arsenal. And he has indeed gone ahead to transform it to this level where they are right about now. And no one says no to what he has gone ahead to do. And that's why right now he is having 22 points. And the teams that are expected to obviously come after him are 5. The others are 7 points behind him. That doesn't come by mistake. I earlier on came on and did what we call the match day live. The match preview. And here we come to really see what players we got right into this team. As a Balaga comes into the goal, we got that right. Then Benjamin White, as I told you that, he had to undergo what we call a late fitness test. And obviously, he has gone ahead to pass it, and he comes in through to start. Mosquera comes in through in there. Hincapi comes in through in there. Lewis Kelly comes through in there. Mikel Merino comes through in there. Nogard comes in through to represent for the club of Arsenal. Ethan Nwaneri also there to represent. Max Dowman in there. Eze in there. And Harriman Anous. You understand? That is how Arsenal is obviously going to be lining up tonight. The biggest surprise is Harriman Anous. And it looks like he's the man who is going to be leading the line for the club of Arsenal in there. Then the bench has David Raya, Gabriel Magalhaes, Bukayo Saka, Julian Timber, Victor Gyökeres, Trossard, Carafiori, Zubimendi, and Declan Rice. It shows you that he's really having very many players rested for their game over the weekend as they play away at Burnley in there. So we get to Brighton and see who have they gone ahead to bring in through. Still, Van Heck, Zimas, Jorginho, Baleba, Kostulas, Posgali, Kadioglu, Gomez, Cooper, Coppola, Hazler is the head coach in there. The bench has Raming, Dank, Minte, Watson, Welbeck, Ayari, Wefa, Knight, and Simon. So both teams have gone ahead to obviously make some huge changes compared to those that went ahead to obviously play over the weekend. And for every manager, he knows to it that you cannot really play these players game in, game out, and they don't really get weared out or really get injured. So what they've gone ahead to do is really very, very important. And I'm really excited to obviously see how everything will come on to look like into this particular fixture, I tell you. And the club of Arsenal is trying to chase to win what we call this league. It's also a league because it's the League Cup. And you know to it that Arsenal is participating in 4 competitions, and their 4 other matches. Liverpool is taking on Crystal Palace. Swansea is taking on Man City. Wolverhampton Wanderers is taking on Chelsea. Newcastle United is taking on Tottenham Hotspur. So I want to see how lucky Arsenal is going to be on their draw, because after this game today, that draw will obviously take step, and we'll get to know which team is obviously going to be played where. You understand? So I'm having Sky Sports Nick Wright. He has said Arsenal not the only ones handing out fast starts tonight. Brighton boss Fabian Heisler gives one of Chalampos Kolostas, who scored his first goal off the bench in the 4-2 loss against Manchester United the weekend. Brighton paid £31.4 million to bring him in from Olympiacos in the summer. Don't be fooled by his low start at the club. Heisler has eased him in, but he's a major talent with outstanding physical attributes. He was part of the Olympiacos under-19 side that won the prestigious UEFA Youth League 18 months ago and is regarded as one of the most promising young strikers in Europe. Tonight, he has a first proper chance to show his huge potential. So Arsenal has to come up and obviously look at that lad that I've just gone ahead obviously hint on, because he is one of those that goes ahead to do the needful. Now, Max Dowman has gone ahead down in history today. And how has he went ahead obviously go down in history? We've been told that Max Dowman smashes Arsenal records. Max Dowman becomes the youngest Arsenal player to start for the club at 15 years and 302 days old. Guys, this boy will never stop breaking and making records. You understand? The previous record holder was his academy teammate, that is Jack Potter, with the goalkeeper aged 16 years and 72 years old when he started in this competition against Bolton in September 2024. You understand? The youngest player to start a league match for Arsenal was Jerry Ward in 1953 at 16 years of age and 321 days. The youngest player to start a Premier League match for Arsenal was Cesc Fabregas in 2004 at 17 years of age and 103 days. If Max Dowman scores tonight, he'll become Arsenal's youngest scorer, beating the previous record held by Fabregas, who was 16 years and 212 days old when he scored against Wolverhampton Wanderers in the League Cup in 2003. Now, very many records are in here for this lad. And I tell you what, he can really smash them and obviously get the records onto his side. But Max Dowman is such an exciting talent. And today, I'm all in to watch the lad. That is it. I'm all in to watch Max Dowman. Let no one lie to you. I'm all in to watch him because he's really a fantastic lad. And he's really one of those that he's a joy to watch. You understand? So, guys, I know most of you are really geared up and looking forward to really seeing this youngster who is really putting in a very huge show in there in the EFL Cup. And the other youngster that Arsenal has gone ahead to name, that I've gone ahead to look at, and I really want to pay a lot of attention to detail too, is what's his name? He goes by the names of he's Harryman. He's Harryman Anaus. You understand? Now, when you look at Anaus, 17-year-old player leading the line for the club of Arsenal. In my probable starting 11, I came up and really thought that maybe the manager would say, let me start Gyökeres. But he has gone ahead to bench Gyökeres, and he has gone ahead to obviously decide to bring in this lad to lead his line. And for me, I'm not really surprised about him because I know that he can come in through and obviously put in very huge finishes in there, as the creative force is there. No doubt. If you look at the team and how it's obviously going to be really lining up, though they haven't obviously gone ahead, obviously give us the real starting 11. But I know the system is 4-3-3. That is it. No doubt about it. You understand? And if it's 4-3-3, it means that Arsenal is having Kepa Arrizabalaga in goal, Benjamin White right back, Lewis Kelly left back, Mosquera right-sided centre-back, Hincapi left-sided centre-back, Nogard, Merino and Waneri in the midfield three, then Max Dowman right forward, Ebelechi Eze left forward, Harriman and Nose will obviously come in through to lead the line. I tell you this, if he's having Ebelechi Eze, Dowman, Waneri in there, those four players can create magic for this youngster. And I know he's good at finishing. And his only job will be to obviously put that ball into the best side of the net. I know that's what he's supposed to be doing, because everything is obviously going to be onto what we call the plate. And he will only have to bury that ball into the back of the net. And no one is obviously going to come up and really blame him if at all he misses chances. But I know he has a chance to launch himself into the minds of Mikel Arteta. And although they are playing in the Carabao Cup, if he ever comes up and really shines today, his name is going to be stuck in every person who really watches this game, because these youngsters excite lots of people. And I tell you what, he's really great. And one thing that you have to understand about him and Max Dowman, they've been playing together in these unders for some time at Arsenal. So they know each other like they know each other very well, and don't expect anything like a miscommunication. Max Dowman knows his runs, and I know he has been training with the first team. That applies to us, that Ebelechi Eze also knows his runs. You understand? And a lot will happen amongst these players, and go deep in there to put in a very huge shift in there. So I tell you what, the side of Arsenal is really having that team. Now, something that some people haven't gone ahead to give a very huge go or a very huge look at is the centre-back pairing. You understand? When you look at the age of William Saliba, let's be really very exact about Saliba's age. I think he's 24 or 25. Saliba, his age, Saliba is 24 years of age. He's turning 25 next year. You understand? Magalhaes, Gabriel Magalhaes is 27 years of age. He's turning 28. Now, if you look at the pairing that the manager is going to have to bring today for this particular fixture, it sends you a message that Arsenal's future, Arsenal's future centre-back pairing is this. And we've seen the qualities and we've seen the qualities of Mosquera and what he can bring on the field of play. Hincapi, he has that huge experience. And you are going to see to it that the manager is really playing two players in the central defense who are really comfortable on the ball. I tell you, Gabriel Magalhaes is good, but he's not as good on the ball as Ricardo Carafiori and Hincapi. You're going to enjoy Hincapi today. He is really that player that can really get you that ball over the top. He can really hold the ball through the central axis. He can shoot from far. He can put in a perfect cross for the forwards to obviously nod it to the back of the net. If they ever win it from the defenders they're really facing. That is how good this guy is. Anything that you want. Defensively, he's really great. He's fast. He's hard. And today, you obviously get a chance to really view this guy against a side that is really very serious. When he played against Port Valley, I know most of you are like, that is Port Valley. He's not yet tested and proven, but he is going to be taking on a very huge side. And this side is going to be none other than... This side is obviously going to be none other than... This side is going to be none other than Brighton. And it's a big test. However much they've also going to have to bring in a young guy, but Brighton's style of play can open up any defense. I support Man United. I saw them play against us over the weekend. And however much we had led for close to 73 minutes and we had 3 goals ahead of them, in a space of just 10 minutes, Brighton had pulled to back and they had a chance to really make it 3-3. But Brian Mbeumo never allowed them to obviously come close to that. And in the dying minutes, he made it 4-2 for the club of Manchester United. You understand? So it shows you how deadly this side of Brighton is and how you cannot come out and really downplay their efforts. But why is Arsenal the favorite to win this game of football? It's because of their bench. They can make 5 substitutions off the bench to come in through and change this game. There is Saka. There is Zubimendi. There is Timber. There is Gyökeres. There is Trossard. There is Declan Rice, Gabriel Magalhaes. They really have very many players. And I think today, resting these players is very, very important, as if this game really goes on well and they really win it, few of these will come off the bench to really just fill in. But the manager is doing the due diligence to deliver it into the perfect proportion that is really needed to the opponents of Arsenal, that is Brighton, in there. In the comment section, I already see people in here. And Zhao says, hello Rokani, hello, how are you, my namesake? Richard Fenny, Rokani, good evening. Thank you for the update. My prediction is 2-1. Esinantege, hey RD, good evening, Inzeko Cosmos. Arsenal win 2-0. Thank you for the good work. The Maracha boy, greetings to you all Arsenal fans. All right, thank you. Izinantege 2-0. Inzeko Cosmos, how is my G? Jesus News, great to hear you, RD, and my wife, Wine. All right, so for Gabriel Jesus, as I told you, it's really hard. You understand? It's really hard, but I want to let you know that he's close. He's close, and don't be shocked that he'll obviously come in through and put in a very huge shift anytime from now, because the moment you see a player starting to obviously make those when you see a player coming out to make those interviews, just get to know that he's really close to coming back. The same applies to Martin Odegaard. He has started making those interviews, meaning that his return is really great, and he's close to coming in here. So that's what I'm really thinking about Gabriel Jesus. And he really deserves to rest, and no reason to rush him back. You understand? No reason to rush him back. Okay? So, I don't really understand, but if I'm Gabriel Jesus, if I'm Mikel Arteta, I'd like to see Gabriel Jesus get back in action after the international break, because at least they'll be having some huge games to play. I tell you, that is it. Right. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I think we've gone ahead to obviously make it a point that we've gone ahead to deliver as we promised, that when the confirmed starting 11 really comes out, we'll obviously be here to bring you the latest news and information as far as everything is going to hit to drop. We end this poll and see what you guys 94% have gone ahead to call in for an Arsenal win. 6% have gone ahead to call in for a Brighton win. So we'll wait and see. About Saliba and Martinelli, they are injured. Tell us about Liverpool lineup. All right, let me do that. Riahawe Ivan. All right. Let's do some bit of Liverpool and see who Liverpool has gone ahead to bring into this particular fixture. Right? Liverpool. Liverpool, people really want to know who Liverpool have gone ahead obviously flaunt for this particular fixture, and you request it, we give it to you as you've gone ahead to call in for it. Liverpool in particular, they've gone ahead to obviously have Woodman, they're having Gomez, Endo, Corkes, McAllister, Chiesa, Robertson, Nioni, Ramsey, Morrison, and Ngumoha. You know, that is the starting 11. Their bench has Pesci, Gordon, Hwati, Richington, Nalo, Pellington, and Laffy. Now, that is the starting 11 for the side of Liverpool. And I don't know whether he's really ready for what Crystal Palace is going to bring in for him, because Crystal Palace are like, with our side, we can obviously come and shock you. You understand? Though Liverpool is at Anfield, you can't really go this week, and all of his players have been really rested, and it looks like he's looking so much onto the game coming in through over the weekend, you know. And the manager of Crystal Palace has Benitez, Munoz, Camvot, Lacrosse, McGahey, Sosa, Kamada, here, Hughes, Sa, Pino, and Edinketia. Now, the guy is going to have to go strong, I tell you. He has gone strong, and I won't be shocked if at all Crystal Palace knocks out the side known as Liverpool. I'm not really going to be shocked, because as far as things are really standing, Crystal Palace has gone strong and Liverpool has gone weak. And guess what? Their bench, I don't think that they really have even a player that can come off the bench and really turn around things. That is it for now. And thank you for watching this channel. And we're signing out for now. See you later. After the game of football is done and dusted, I'll do that recording and see what